Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Run the Flood, our weekly Shadowrun 5e game here on Table of Horrors. I was not visible for a second, but now I'm about to be. Uh, oh dear. Well, there's the scuff, so hopefully no more scuff today. So, when we last left off, the party had an interesting day, had met a new friend, and then after returning home had gotten some fun fun news about the eviction from their current apartment and the seeming split off or cut off the Loki Sons have issued. When we left out, Morningstar had headed off to go see their mother, and we are going to start with that one. So, I assume you are going to get rideshare up into up 57
Yep.
towards the snake pit, which you know is your mother's den.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too hard. It is the sixth world, and cabbies don't ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She
You're
gets the
able
extra large boober to fit her tail.
you're able to slither out once they drop you off. Though they will not go down. Obviously, Grendel Street's destroyed, but they won't even go down Traverse Street, which is the new sort of way down. So they drop you off at the end, and you'll have to walk down Traverse Street. There's not a lot of people out this evening. In fact, there's an odd quiet over the city right now. At least this area. Literally, the serial killer had just been caught. More than likely, people don't realize that they're caught yet. That news would take a long time to disseminate down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quiet. It's empty streets. It's a little bit misty tonight. It seems moisture in the warm air has kind of left a mist. And you wonder why you're noticing, and then you realize this area, even here, has always had a greenish hue to it because of the gigantic neon sign on the snake pit. Except it's not. There's light neon on a few buildings, but nothing that big. The snake pit sign is dark. Part of it even seems to be covered with a tarp. There's construction. But you're able to head over. The lights are on the base floor. You can see through blinded windows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna call those.
Yep. Yeah.
Out front of the snake pit, you see probably maybe 6 or 7 or so individuals that kind of move in and out between cars, moving boxes and other items and what look like maybe carpets or rugs into large trucks. But then there's also people taking out stuff from the trucks and leaving them inside. The most you can tell is that everything kind of going into the trucks are dark colored or subtle or blue velvets, and
Mm-hmm.
what's going in are white and tiles and
Mm-hmm.
plush rugs and leather. No one stops you from going in the front door if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Morningstar sees all this. She knows what's happening. Um, does not look at anyone, does not speak to anyone. She just walks in through the front door.
As you do, for a moment, it's like seeing a ghost before remembrance comes back to you. There's a woman in front basically ordering people around. She's all dressed in mostly whites and light pinks.
Mm-hmm.
And for a second you swear it's Lotus. It is not.
Mm-hmm.
You have seen this woman. She appears to have been Lotus's twin. I believe you were told her name was Jasmine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as she sort of stands there, she's like pointing around to people. She turns to see you. And I don't want to call it a warm smile, sort of a customer service smile with a little more sincerity than you would
Hmm.
expect. Oh, hello.
I um I need to talk to my mother for a little bit. She in?
Yes, she is. Come with
Great.
me. We'll show you the way. And as she turns, you see coming out of like the best way to put it, her jacket is it's kind of like fluffy on the front and has a hood in the back,
Hmm.
and peeking their head out of the hood, coming around, is Tim Tam, and they look over to you. Hi, Lydia. It's nice to see you.
Hey, sweetheart. How you doing?
We are doing fine.
Feeling good?
Yes, we are getting better at talking.
You're doing a great job. I am proud of you.
In unison, both heads say thank you.
She
And then they kind
gives
of. Oh, yes?
no, she gives Tim Tam a small smile that doesn't quite reach her eyes.
They look at you, and it's kind of like for a moment, they seem to know, but then their little serpentine eyes kind of like look down, and they slither their way kind of backward into Jasmine's hood, keeping themselves seemingly warm. And you hear as some sounds kind of emanate from the back of the building. Um, the Snake Pit's host at this point also appears to be under construction.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not the same shape it was prior. It's moving. Like the shape it had before was the same tower, but the head of a cobra on top. Now it is moved and shifted, and like people are still building the code for it. But you do see Tim Tam's icon is lit up everywhere. Tim Tam appears to be controlling security and construction for host structure right now.
Yeah, I think when she sees that, the smile gets a little bigger. She's proud of her sibling for what they're able to do.
Jasmine, gives a clipboard over to another worker and walks her way back. This room seems so much larger now. When you were here before, it is a large room, but normally all the pits and things separated by curtains. It was very muffled. There was
Mhm.
always smoke or magical, just essence everywhere. It is empty.
Mhm.
It is clear. There's just like the barest remainder of an incense smell.
Mhm.
And the curtain that blocked off basically the area that would have held Yorm's throne type situation is
Mhm.
completely cleared out. Completely clear.
Mhm.
The water's obviously turned off. And she kind of walks you up the stairs, walks you across the marble. Uh, you almost think that maybe her heels she's wearing have metal on them or something. Just the
Mhm.
sharp noise as they hit the stone is extremely loud. And
Mhm.
she walks down, gets off the stone. You're reaching the back of the building where the hall is clearly bigger than it would ever need to be. It's
Mhm.
like 3 times as wide as any hallway you've ever been in.
Mhm.
The staircases at the back are also fucking massive.
Yeah.
There are a couple doors in front of you. She turns and leads you to a much bigger door, and the door opens as you walk up, and there's two workers. They're kind of in what looks like uniforms that kind of match Jasmine's appearance, where it's like a white silky uniform,
Mhm.
just less flamboyant.
Mhm.
And they are carrying what looks like a men's jacket and briefcase, and the other young man is carrying what looks like pinstripe fabric, a lot of it in their hands, and in one
Mhm.
hand they're carrying out what seems to be like a janitor's bucket, and they're just sort of like they see you two, nod at you, and just go on about where they're going.
I think Morningstar just raises an eyebrow at that, but doesn't make a comment.
And then Jasmine will knock on the door, And from inside, come in. And opens the door, and you are confronted with your mother's.
You okay?
Sorry.
Okay. As Jasmine calls out, "You okay?"
Continue. Sorry.
Of course. Your mother's size. She is seemingly even larger than you remember, and you've watched that documentary. You're aware how big Naga are, and they're big.
Mm-hmm.
But you're aware how much bigger your mother is than she probably should be, and now she seems even, maybe not thicker, but longer. Like a lot more coils are in front of you. And she raises her head to see you, and it is full Naga. Your mother has not returned any form of human form. Most of the top of her head, what used to be smooth, is now spiky. There are spines that line along her eyebrows, down the back of her, like top of her neck. Her scales are darker. They don't shimmer the same way. And the few points in which they do, the glint is gray. It's not the blue that she used to have. It's like silver underneath. She sees you, and in a snaky way, she smiles. It's weird when a snake smiles. There's a odd shift to the jaw, but you can recognize it. And she like slithers her way down so she can get her head down to you. You're here. It's good to see you.
Hold on to that thought. We have to talk.
Oh, of course. And she like looks next to you. Jasmine, leave us. Yes, ma'am. All right. And she kind of coils around you a little bit, kind of in a, not a threatening manner, almost like this cover in warmth, comforting gesture.
Yeah.
What is it?
I think there's a moment where Morningstar almost leans into this hug. But then she kind of clenches her jaw because she's like, bad news first, you know? I don't know how much you know, but Dorper took a look at my blood and I found out some things. And she'll pull out the report and hand it to her. I figured before you go, you should know.
She kind of has to look at it in your hand. She can't really pick it up. And
Yeah,
you kind of see that
it.
she squints her best. You see there is a little bit of clouding to her eyes, not too much, but she kind of squints her best as she like reads through it. And you watch as the slits in her eyes get wider and wider as she looks. And she kind of raises her head. She's not looking at you. She's not really looking at anything. It's just a stare into oblivion as it settles in her mind. There is no tears. There's no sadness. There doesn't even seem to be a pain to the way she shifts herself back as she shakes her head. And she just kind of lowers her head, like kind of arches up, head down, and just, I figured that was the case when the children stopped dying.
Yeah. According to Thorper, I have time before I become fully Naga. But he did say perhaps that he would want to take a look at Tim Tam and maybe one day the other children to make sure that health wise they will be okay over time. But I figured it best to leave up to you. You are a mother.
It'll be good to see with the doctor. Our genetics were never going to be good. Not when a monster creates you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we will stay strong. I have regained my strength now. No, I
See
still
that.
don't hold a candle to that facility.
I fucked up, Mama.
What happened?
I I tried to help this Underoath girl pay off her college tuition, and I took from the Loki sons. I set up a system in which wouldn't have even missed the money. It would have been all back, but the college took too much too fast, and with everything going on, Slapir, he noticed. And I have been kicked out of the city.
He gave no other options.
His other option was to become a debtor, which I considered and said I would do if that would make it safer for me and my friends to stay. But that was shut down pretty quickly. So
It is not good to be a debtor.
yeah, so I hear.
Brother and I answer to another. The debts are not to us. The debts are to them. And that is a very different experience. Sadly, all of my new family and I also had to make a choice. Though ours was death or debt. Which is why I will no longer be in the city. You can come with me if you'd like.
Maybe I will meet you there. I have some work to do before I go.
I will be going to San Antonio. It is in Atslan territory, but near the border of CAS.
Okay.
I will need something that Atslan might have. Might being the key word. Torpor will be joining me. For all of its faults Atslan is also where ghouls are allowed to be people. It seems a hunter entered the city here recently. Many nests are gone now. Tor's
Um,
nervous.
Morningstar, she's like nodding at her mom, but in her head, she's like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. True. Um, yeah, I think she looks at her and says that's probably a good plan. Look, I am not telling you this because I want you to fix it or provide me a way out. I fucked up, I will handle it, but I figured you should know. I don't know how long I will be around here myself.
I'm glad that you came. I had worried that my behavior and actions during the harshest parts of my illness had made it so I had lost the chance.
No, Mama. You haven't lost chance. I was so angry. Now it seems silly to have been so angry. It was not your fault what happened. It was his.
Well, forgive me, but that temper comes from me, too. It was my anger that caused my current situation. A bait was given, and I bit down.
I will get her too. Not just for you. She has affected many people that I run with, so. Eventually, she will be gone.
She has become something. Something awful. Something that does not belong here or anywhere else.
Do you know what she is? When we fought her recently in Vegas, she was able to become just blood. We thought perhaps we got her, but then she escaped, I guess. I don't necessarily know how. And now there are CEOs and people walking around with red rubies. That may be her calling card.
I had to ask for information down the line of the stars. But I have learned one can make deals with spirits, pacts, choices, abilities. I know that she's not metahuman anymore. This plane rejects her.
But she is existing on the plane.
Not for long if she does not do something.
Okay.
She made a very grave error. One she is attempting to use to her advantage. According to Marisol, Sandra was obsessed with immortality. She became obsessed with spirits, elves, anything that lived longer than a human.
Yes.
I don't think anyone on this plane or the other or the Matrix has a real word for what she is, other than demon or monster. And those aren't even the best descriptors.
Right. I remind me, storyteller, Bonin and Gaul originally was a like spiritual creature of like fertility and stuff like that. And then what she became after some meddling occurred was essentially a demon of some kind. Yes?
Yes, she appeared to be a spirit of motherhood, uh, from the Philippines that was captured, tormented, twisted, until she took upon the name Manananggal. She was a blood spirit, which are caused and created. There's
Yeah.
demons as a concept, at least from what you know, are like,
Yeah.
sure, there are spirits, and yeah, they can act that way, but the true term demon doesn't really mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that the way she was as a spirit in general, as a free spirit,
Mm-hmm.
you have met a free spirit of other types,
Yeah, yeah.
including Rue, Vice, who have shown the ability to make deals, make spirit
Right.
pacts.
Right,
So
right.
this assumption of what's going on is, sure, yeah, you're pretty sure that that's kind of what was occurring. Is
Mm-hmm.
you obviously don't have the magical knowledge to know, is it a specific kind of meddling, or is it just
Yeah.
power, age, what exactly she did? But clearly
Mm-hmm.
she is showing abilities of
Mm.
spirits.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Morningstar, her face is pensive and she's contemplating all of this information. But she is kind of like pinning the information to then share with those who are far more magically inclined than she is. Um and she looks to her mother and says, "Okay, that's insane, but I know you've met them. Mojave and Cloudy both are magically inclined. They will understand this information better than me, but I will make sure to tell them. Sandra has done some very awful things, but especially to Cloudy and his family."
Sandra has always had a talent for destroying families. Her own, others.
Is is my grandfather still alive?
I wish I had more concrete knowledge on this, but Tim Tam said that when they ran, he was still nested down underground in that facility. And the way we are, father is maybe only a couple hundred, no, 180 years old. He's getting there. Older than he should be.
Okay. Right. I've never asked, nor have I seen any evidence. Is he magically inclined? I don't truly understand the nature of Naga. I don't know what they are.
Yes. All Naga are at least in some manner awakened. Well, at least they were. It seems some abilities and modifications have been made, as you and Tim Tam are not. You are instead emerged.
Sure, he was delighted when Tim Tam showed the same prospects.
As I am aware, Tim Tam was born after the crash. He did not need to modify Tim Tam like he did you.
Strangely, that's good.
I suppose your father, at this point, has a scar across his maw. A complete tear clefts the back of his jaw. That was from me.
I'm glad you at least got a good hit in.
And you see her shift her coils around you. And she kind of rolls up like a middle coil. You know, it must be around like upper middle section. And you just see the ugliest scars you have ever seen. It looks like someone took two massive blades and ripped down the middle of her belly scales. I was smaller. I got a good hit. But he's fast. When you find him, be careful. He pretends to be slow. Like all of us, that waiting moment. And then he comes down faster than anything. And he's had that facility modified. He can get anywhere faster than anyone else.
I think Morningstar just reaches out and puts a hand on the scars. I will be careful, but I will get him back for everything he did. I promise.
I believe in you. I knew of all of them. You were going to be the most successful. You were like me. You wouldn't stand for what he would do to you. You survived the longest before it was all taken. Some of your siblings will be weapons. You will have to kill them.
I know. And I think for the first time ever, the truth of the knowledge of what Morningstar will have to do to free her siblings, she allows to be seen on her face. And her mother will see that, like, Morningstar has known the entire time that there was no way she was going to save them all. Not in the same way that her and Tim were able to save themselves. And she just falls into her mother and cries. She just lets it all out because she knows when she walks out the door, she can never break down like that again.
Your mother coils around you, tight enough for a hug, but not too tight. You're kind of pushed up where her head is, with the spikes pushed away a little bit, nuzzled against you in the best approximation a giant snake can give of a proper hug.
Yeah.
And
I think she stays there for a while.
You have a quiet moment, both of you. You will notice Yorm is breathing, but very slowly. Very slowly. It's not like she's moving any slower, but it's sort of like you're aware of Yorm's condition being, in a lot of ways, kind of considered undead. It's more complicated than that. HMHVV is not just, you're an undead, but it clearly messes with metabolic rate, it messes with essence, it messes with so much. You are aware that the disease does break down the ability to access magic very well, or it can. But also allows, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know a little bit of it, that you can gain magic, you can lose magic. It's all a matter of how far has it gone, how much has it taken. But but
sorry,
I'm just starting to not laugh. But you can kind of sense this sense of finality. What is going on here is that in this quiet moment, you hear, in just everything your mother said to you, it's like you can sense it through contact. There is a real fear and a real just sense that Yorm doesn't really know if she'll ever see you again, and that your certainty of going off has both made her proud and extremely sad. As she can't... And you understand this. It is so hard to have hope that you will go do this and not just straight up die.
I think it is unspoken between the two of them that this is goodbye. Because Morningstar does not make any promises of, even when her mother offered, like, you could come with me, where she said, I might catch up with you later. Might being the operative word, she's fully aware, like, either her mother is going to die from this disease, or like do something so heinous that they have to take her out, or Morningstar will die. And so in that, the finality of that, that's really where she takes the time to give both herself and her mother the opportunity to be in this moment just a mother and a daughter. And then once she calms after having had this little breakdown, she will pull away a little bit and say, I will make you proud. And if I go, I will take him with me.
Sweetheart, you never had to make me proud. I've always been proud. Because you're you and alive. And that's all you've ever needed to do.
Thank you. I've messed up a lot.
Don't worry. So did I.
But I will fix it. I will fix what I messed up with Sleipnir. I will make it better.
Just know he does not hate you. He does not have a choice but to make a stand. One thing I have learned being in this respect is a currency. Doesn't have the opportunity to lose it.
One more time, Softy. The very last thing you
Sorry.
said cut out.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
He doesn't have the opportunity to lose respect.
Yes, that is something Mojave has been trying to teach me. Unfortunately, I'm incredibly stubborn.
There's a reason when I move, I'm not making a mafia. I decided a bit of a different hierarchy is more my speed.
Seems I am more like my mother than I thought.
You should come to San Antonio at some point. It seems lovely. And probably by the time you get there, it will be mine.
Of that I have no doubt. I should go. I don't know how much time I have left here, so. But I love you, Mama.
You feel the coils, which kind of had been loosening as she spoke, tighten back down as she really presses herself into you. I love you too. And I will never stop, no matter what.
She gives her a final squeeze. And then she turns to go. And she does not look back.
Your mother lets you go, and just as you're leaving the door and it closes, you hear this kind of, for a second you're not sure what the noise is, but you realize it is air drawing quickly. It is a sob. It is a very struggled, muffled sob as Yorm tries not to cry. But you have both said your I love yous and goodbyes, and just like you, she is fully aware that was probably it.
Morning Star keeps going. Um, I think she makes sure to not. Actually, you know what she does? I don't know if you want me to roll for this or what, but she essentially writes a letter to Tim Tam. Um, that is also a goodbye, but I think it's also a thing of, if you ever need like uh to get better at the technomancy thing, if you need knowledge, find 404, stuff like that that she puts in this letter. Um she makes sure to say that she loves them, and she just leaves it in a place, because Tim Tam has like control of the whole host and everything. She kind of leaves in a place for them to find, um and then make sure to leave essentially like not unseen, but just like does not try to talk to Jasmine or find Jasmine or anything. She just like heads out,
I
but
will
leaves
let
that for
you
Tim Tam.
I will let you leave that for Tim Tam. Just that it's very sweet, and I'm gonna cry. You don't see Jasmine as you walk out. You don't know where she's in the building, but people are just sort of moving around. As you leave, there are a set of three people kind of sitting next to the door. One is smoking, the other two are like they're having a conversation, like maybe people on break or whatever. But you notice one of them in their hand is sort of like messing, like he's ripping. You hear the sound of ripping fabric or ripping stitches, and he's holding a jacket in his hand, and you recognize this jacket. A lot of Yorm's uh, guard kind of wore this, at least a decent amount of them. Maybe not soldiers, but definitely like another level above that.
Yeah.
Wore this.
Mhm.
And he is ripping off the back patch as he sits there, and as they're all talking, you realize one of the dudes is wearing the jacket, but the sleeves have been torn off. None of the patches are on it. They're clearly tearing off Loki Sun iconography of these items to probably just keep them. And when they see you, the only one not wearing a jacket or holding a jacket looks at you with kind of a blasé, no real attention. The two with them look at you, and it's sort of this questioning, like distrust, like why are you here? But then they kind of like look down at like both of them have this shared like look together, and they look over and just kind of roll their shoulders at you like, all right, and they go back to talking. But there's just this moment of recognition, and you're pretty sure this, more like these are probably some of the people the last time you came here who were sitting around, kind of unfortunately had watched you go around with some of what they considered stolen valor. But they don't seem to be angry as much as they're just sort of like, whatever, it doesn't matter anymore.
Um, yeah, I think Morningstar, she looks at them, but I think she's just like, I think there is a moment of like, look, if you're gonna take your shot, take it now. But when they're kind of like, whatever about it, she kind of has a similar response where she's like, it truly doesn't matter anymore. Um, and she will, slither past them. I think for a while she is. I think for a long while she's slithering back home. I don't think she immediately calls a car to come get her, but just is walking around, looking at this city, this place, and these people. And I think there is an initial feeling of like it's almost like she hates them. She hates these people who are largely ignorant to all the things that she knows, and in a way is jealous of them, that they, while it's not great living in the sixth world, um, they do not have the weight that she carries. And she wishes that she could just be a normal person. And uh, the realization that being normal was never going to be an option for her, even in the sixth world, like that was never meant for her. And then eventually she'll call a cab to get her and bring her home. Or
We are
her home for
gonna
now.
our home for now. We are gonna slurp away, kind of back in time, the sort of cross point where Mojave, you had left basically right after Morning Stars. You were off
I
on
left
your
with
own
them.
journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all get to the basically the ground floor at the same time, and kind of separate. And by the way, Shellhound had gotten a call the minute you all reached, taken the call, and then immediately gotten on his bike and left. No words. You don't know what was on that phone call, but he gone. Mojave, you are able to. You will also have to take a ride share or get a ride to head into downtown.
Yeah, I have a certain amount of business over at the Diamond Stallion.
Oh yeah. So I assume getting a cab, heading up the 57, getting on I-10, go across the map.
Doing what I gotta do.
Doing what you gotta do. You will find yourself after your ride on the steps of the Diamond Stallion. First thing you'll notice is apparently it is closed today. The lights are off. There are lights inside, just sort of like running lights or security lights. There is no music. And on the front of it, it says closed for renovation.
Is the door locked?
No. If you were to go up and try the door, it is not locked.
I'm striding in.
Oh yeah, as you stride in.
That sign does not apply to me.
Of course. Immediately, two figures step forward, and it is Austin and Nero. They, still with their guns, like, hey, who the? Oh, and they see it's you, and they kind of just like nod at you, and they immediately back down. They are fully aware that no fucking duh, you're here. They were basically told that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like I realized that last week I never actually described Mojave going in and changing clothes before he went off to have this meeting. So he is full on just like still swim trunks and his jacket, but like mentally, spiritually wearing the full mobster suit as we know where Sleipnir's office is. We've been there before. Beeline and striding in like we own the place. Like this is business.
Oh yeah. You are actually fully aware, because you've been there before, where many times, actually, a couple times now, where Sleipnir's office is, and nothing stops you. No one stops you. You were able to walk all the way back there. Just either it is they were told, or the aura alone tells them to just don't fuck with you. So you will eventually find yourself outside of Sleipnir's door. It is cracked open a bit, and you are immediately hit with the smell of cigar smoke.
We're not gonna bother to knock. We are just no formalities, no pleasantries, no time for any of that. We are full on just pushing open that door, walking in, and taking a seat in front of that desk. Just leaning forward to look Sleipnir in the eye.
And Sleipnir is sat behind his desk. No jacket on, his suit a little more like open. And he is smoking a cigar. There's a drink on the table in front of him, and he looks over at you.
With all due
None.
respect, Dunslepner, what the fraggin' dreck? The snake, I understand. The money, that's regrettable. All that bit of pageantry, well within your rights, but I gotta ask. You are telling me that the Lokisan Mafia, the powers that be in LA, who's keeping this godforsaken sprawl halfway stable, are on the outs?
Okay, figured I was gonna talk about this one. Can you go close the door?
Stands, kicks it shut.
Thank you. And he reaches under his desk, and you hear a click, and all of the sound fucking gone. You can't hear shit in this room now, or out from outside this room. It is muffled. Okay.
There's the not like a nod, but the subtle shift of approval on his face.
Okay.
I need answers, Dunslepner.
Yep. Let me collect my thoughts. Okay. This is a complicated decision that may have been a bit expedited. But it's not as bad as it sounds, I assure you.
I'm listening.
Yes, Jormungandr and Fenrir are out, but other than, I think, 150 men in Fen and 50 men for Yorm, at least from the actual mob, I have everybody else that's left. I said it was about the money entirely. That was definitely a bit of a fucking death knell. That's because it was a triple whammy. We lost a fuck ton of men in the flood. And we lost a fuck ton of men after the big fucking robot asshole and his legion of bullshit. This separation's one thing, but it wouldn't have mattered. We were already gonna run thin. And then from on high, a order of retreat came in. I had planned on actually finishing talks with you all before that point.
You gotta know how this looks, Don.
Oh, no, I know. But the only thing I'm backing out of is Party City. Fun City. That's it. Yeah,
Spirit Halloween!
The Spirit Halloween store. I mean, if he backs out, that's what's going to show up. The entirety of Fun City is the Spirit Halloween now. I'll still have control over all of Covina, downtown, and the arcologies. Well, 2 of the arcologies.
And that's supposed to make me feel better, is it?
It's not supposed to make you feel better, but it's that I'm not completely losing control of LA.
Yet.
Yet, you are correct. After the flood, after the attacks, some of our enemies have decided it is a really good point to just start attacking shit. Wearing thin's the only reason those fucking ancient bastards got in. At least in that fucking number.
And it's gonna happen again and again and again and again.
It is.
All the more when the other two Dons are out of the picture.
I know.
And it ain't gonna be nobody's neither. You know that.
I know. It seems the alliance, as it were, might be actually a call for help. But it's not like I don't have something else to offer. There's things that I can offer from the Loki Sons. I can offer a fun city, first dibs before I run out. But you know, I know you know. There's another person I could call on to give you something else. Something with a lot more reach.
This room is secure.
It's secure on every fucking plane we got.
Good, then I ain't gonna waste your time. You tell me here and now. Give it to me straight, Don Sleipnir. What does Zodiac want? What does your brass stand for?
His name's Ophiuchus. That's it. That's the only name I have ever known. We are a collective, syndicate, wants to do our best to mediate some of the hyper control the corps have. A group that could get strong enough to become an 11th.
If you can't beat him, join him, eh?
Basically. There isn't one fucking corp except maybe part of Evo and like Horizon on a good day that's decent. And though obviously we're a bunch of fucking criminals, we're at least criminals who have vested interests in the populace.
Championing the rights of the little guy, eh?
As best we can for as long as we can. If any member changes that opinion or shows weakness, they stop existing. We've lost people before with that. It's not even execution, it's just they're gone.
You know, Don Sleipnir. Under any other circumstances, I'd call that spiel a load of dreck. But I am gonna say, you always struck me as a decent enough sort of guy. You know, you look after your people, you look after your family. Under Loki'son rule here, the streets ain't been nearly as dangerous as they'd be under a corp. Back when I was nothing more than witless, honest Doc Mojave, I saw the way you did business, and you're a lot I didn't mind lending y'all a hand. And since then, you know I have done everything in my power to keep your people and my people on the same side here, at great personal risk, no less. Because at the end of the day, your fight, my fight, you know it's all the same. Keebs, mutants, halfers, trugs, anyone different to the norms, it's all the same. So I gotta ask, do you trust me?
Anyone else could hear what I'm about to say, they'd think I was fucking insane. But shockingly, yes. Because I don't think you have a real reason to not be trustworthy. Because I've just told you exactly why I trust you. If he hasn't ordered your death yet, clearly you're doing something good.
It looks to me like he's near about ordered yours. Sacrificing your place in LA like this. Chessboard must look awful big for LA to be just the pawn.
He was gonna take me away from LA. I asked to stay. I asked Saji to stay with me. Sagittarius, by the way. I didn't want to lose LA. Ophiuchus was certain we could come back and get it later. But this is my home. Ben was dragged in here. Yorm crawled in from the desert, just like someone I know. But me? I was born here. And if I'd been born normal, you and I would never even have to try to be on the same side. We just would have been.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, as the Commission, we would have been.
Nah, you know what they say. Mafia's greatest enemy's the Mafia.
Nah, you're right. But you all never were in LA. It would have been an immediate fight.
The point is, I mean, first off, you say that, but if you'd been born normal, you'd be looking at me and my lot and see nothing more than a bunch of keebs for one. But the point here is, how do you plan to weather this storm? There is a power vacuum opening up beneath your feet. You can talk about manpower. You can talk about battening down the hatches, pulling away from Fun City and strengthening your core. But end of the day, word is getting out. Word is gonna get out that 2 out of the 3 Dons got kicked out, which means that there's less brass to go round. 1 is a lot easier to push in on than 3. And it's only a matter of time before them big players start getting ideas. Do you have a plan that ain't just war in the streets? Them ancients got in, they weren't, I doubt they were the first, and they certainly ain't gonna be the last.
No. They're not gonna be the last, but I don't want war in the streets, but because I insisted on staying. That might be what it devolves to. Unless I can give over a portion to this city to someone who's not gonna fight me in the fucking streets.
You know I am not in position to make any solid contracts. on behalf of those up top.
No. But you do whisper directly in his fucking ear.
That I do. And you do know. Look. What am I thinking? There are angles we can play. There are things we can do to mitigate the damage here. Tossing Fun City to the Commission ain't going to be the end of it. Because that will be what's happening. The Falcons, you know, we are who we are. For what it's worth, we are on your side here. But we are but one arm of a very large animal. I'm going to do what I can. But you know how it is.
I know. I guess on one good note, if this helps at all, at least I could say publicly. Not really public when it's only dingy. I won't be the face anymore. Someone else will be. Someone who looks, well,
You getting usurped on the books?
basically. On the books. Every single person underneath knows that's not true. You've never met Sagittarius. But he's good at what he does. He's smart. Only problem is though he doesn't look like me, and he's not a horse, he is an elf. And he's the elfiest elf you've ever fucking seen.
Can work with that.
I figure it'd be easier to work with than the fucking horse.
It is how it is. So, A, I probably gotta meet this fella before I can go wheeling and dealing. Especially if that's the sucker's gonna be representing y'all.
Yep.
Second, alright, so thinking out loud here, right? Between you and me, I'm sure Don Fenrir looped you into the fiasco meeting down at the Bodice Ripper a couple of days back. And it will come as no surprise to you that I have every intention of breaking a couple of rules with them folks up top to shift the balance of power, as it were.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be entertaining.
At least. Point is, you know, I take out Evangeline. That don't do much. I knock that family down a peg. If my brother gets rights to that seat on the inner council, that's one thing. But proving he's got a right to keep it is a whole other kettle of fish. But, you know, if it were to be that the Falcons could play a key role in getting LA back in the hands of La Cosa Nostra, suddenly we got more influence, suddenly we got more cards to play with. Which could put us in a better place to mitigate the damage and play ball with you. Thing is, that's only a could. That's only a maybe. Because I got no way of guaranteeing which family they're gonna take people from to send down here. You dig?
Yeah, I do. hate to say that I'm not too worried about myself. I haven't
It's not
had at
you
any
I'm worried
point-
about neither. It's all
I
the people you've
know.
been protecting.
I know. That's who I'm worried about. I'll be fine. Saji will be fine. Everyone else in LA will be dead. This city's already on a fucking last legs.
It has been since 2020.
That's true. You ever seen... Well, no, you're not old enough, but you ever seen images of the wall from El Fierno?
I know a thing or two, and I passed through that bit of astral space not long back.
It's awful. Heard it's still decimated.
Yeah! Toxic ain't the half of it. I might not be old enough, but I know my history.
Yeah, thank God, I thought your brother was the smart one.
Yeah, think about that. I can tell him the relevant bits of what you told me.
I think you know
And
the
we-
bits you can't tell him.
Trust me, discretion ought to be my middle name. Believe it or not, I know he was always the smart one. And for what it's worth, we can try and do right by you. But you know that that's a big ask. And you know that as it stands, my extended family is going to want to roll through here with everything short of tanks. And it's going to take an effort and a half to keep that from happening.
I know. I know. That's why I don't want to leave yet. So, you do your best efforts. And I basically owe you my life.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that sounds fine. You're just gonna have to meet Saji and ask him. He currently owns my life. And I'm shockingly okay with that.
Put me in contact. And I'd be happy to chat.
I already have your number. He'll call you. Well,
Please.
probably be a message, you know. I'll warn you that, Saji's a intense man.
So am I.
Also, he's the first step, but, there's at least a thought. Somewhere down the line, you might be asked to go to Seattle.
Well,
Just for a little
somewhere
bit.
down the line, we'll see what happens. In the
Alright.
meantime, there's one other thing I need to know. You know I got business in the city because half of that business I got is with you. And right now, my crew. It's a complicated matter. Where do we stand on that, Don Slepner?
I had to do what I had to do.
You had to do what you had to do, and I'm going to have to do what I have to do. And some of that is going to be right here in the city under your nose. And I need to know how much of a problem that's going to be. We will be discreet.
As long as she's not seen out and about. I'll even give you a map
It
That's
would
all
be
that
much
she has to do.
appreciated.
Just stay in your big, nice car the Blue Man made.
Who knows? Maybe you'll see that money coming back to you before too much longer.
If the money comes back, maybe I can...
We'll see.
change my mind a bit. Air quotes.
Well, I'd best be on my way. I have other things to do tonight. Thank you very much for your time, Don Sleipnir. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, of course. Also, I hope that thing's a shower. You smell like chlorine.
He makes a bit of an ironic bow because it's just been one of them days.
One of those days.
And under normal circumstances, he would wait to be dismissed, but no. We're out. We're walking.
And he makes no comment. Like once you get to the door, he unlocks the whole thing. Because if you open the door, it's just a metal grate. Yeah, he unlocks it. It doesn't even question. You see him shoot the rest of what you assume might have been brandy in his glass.
It's been one of those days for everyone.
Oh yeah. But yes, you are unaccosted as you leave the Diamond Stallion. As you get to the front door, we are going to wibble away real quick. Okay. Jason, Cloudy, a good half your party walked out that door and has not come back. What are you two doing after, finding out what Scales did, and hearing from Slep, and the fact that you are currently under a 30-day eviction notice?
All right, we need some get-rich-quick schemes.
There we go.
Those are called
That's what I'm looking
jobs. Those are called jobs.
Yeah, but a job that will get us like $300K in a month.
No.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe if we all get jobs.
No, we do.
How much does a job pay in a month? Like 50K? 100K?
All right, everyone focus up. We're doing NFTs again.
You do remember that we're shadow runners, right?
Yeah. Well, we
And
do
then
that
we
for
normally that's done for money.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
have
could-
done very, very few actual runs as a group, and more just hilariously enough, us doing security for the mob was more of a run than anything else we've done the past month.
Okay, so we need to plan a big run with a big payday.
We need to find several of them. They don't just. We can't plan for a thing if no one's giving us a job for it. But in the meantime, I'm looking for an apartment. Because even if we do scrunch up the money, I'm pretty sure this place is getting mowed down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess before we need to find a fixer that has like a run that pays like 300K. In the meantime, let's go apartment shopping. I've got really good taste. Yeah, we could go find an apartment together. It'll have a pool. It'll be great.
Jay, if we're trying to scrounge up 6 figures, we're not going to spring for one with a pool.
A garage, though, right?
I hope so. Well, at least for you, anyway.
Or you know what? If we go like outside of the city, maybe in the Mojave, we could like build our own pool.
You did just hear what you said, right?
Live in the desert?
With a pool.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to like bring water trucks or something.
And what is that? Is that money?
Oh yeah.
Money we can't afford.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Are you sure about that? You're sure about that?
Rainwater. We can do a rainwater collection and filtration system. Come
With
on,
what
let's do it.
rain? With what rain?
Oh, the desert. Okay, look, can we live in the not desert area? Like, let's go north.
To where?
Washington, Oregon.
You mean those places controlled by the crazy elves or the Nam?
Okay, how about we move from SoCal to NorCal?
That is a better idea. Who owns that now?
Everything's all fucking chopped up in 2083.
Not to mention that Seattle is currently doing a war of secession.
Yes.
So, like, really, who
also,
owns it right now?
directly north of you is technically the remainder of the free state of California, which is kind of a lawless, crazy place. And then right above that is Mount Shasta, the former den of the dragon Hestaby, where God only knows what's going on there. Oh God, there's probably crazy people there.
So the planet Pandora, then Mount Doom.
Oh, former dragon layer.
Okay,
That means
What's
it's
what's-
LA,
Just a little bit.
LA, Pandora, Mount Doom, Age of
And that's
Sigmar,
Europe.
and then Age of Sigmar, and then just Cyberpunk.
Not Age of Sigmar. That's terrible. That's worse than Pandora.
Yeah.
actually wasn't the best gig we've ever had the Dark Horse dancing gig.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure our dancer just literally sold all of his life's possessions.
Yeah, you're right. We need a new dancer. Are you good at dancing?
Not that good.
Yeah, neither am I.
There's a reason I was doing special effects and kind of sort of organizing. That was hot garbage. All right. Point is, apartment away from here, cheaper, without a pool, without some of the amenities, some of the fancier stuff. We're just not going to be able to have it.
Well, we don't want to rule it out completely, but it won't be a must-have.
Ruling out a goddamn pool.
Fine. But we can
Go
have
for a
have
garage.
a weapon, right? That's allowed.
That's just a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who has a house without a bar? Like everyone has a bar in their house.
Most everyone has alcohol in their house nowadays. A bar is a luxury.
Well, without a bar, where do you put the alcohol?
In your cabinets?
What?
Some of us would put the alcohol on top of the fridge.
Or straight
Uh,
in your stomach.
Confusion in trust fund.
Cloudy is just sitting here like, okay, I have had yet to a reason to have a lengthy conversation with Jay, and he realizes
Yeah.
either I need a lot more of these or a lot fewer, and I'm not sure which. Yeah, you just you know where you put your cereal? up in the cabinets, and sometimes your plates and little thing. Sometimes little racks for them. Sometimes you just we'll actually go grab a bottle, stick it in the cabinet.
Yeah, but what if you want it cold? Like, don't you want like a wine cellar or like a refrigerated, climate controlled area to store your like alcohol
Picks
bottles
up
and
the
stuff?
bottle, puts it in the fridge, closes the door.
Yeah, but how are you gonna have room for food and alcohol in one fridge?
That's
You
the
assume
joke.
we eat.
Sometimes you can't afford both. So you're usually good with one or the other.
Sometimes we don't get the options, Jay.
That's the fun part. You don't.
Mojave out here when y'all met and he didn't have you have a fridge?
He had a granola bar, crumbling.
I bet he
nature
stole.
Well, I guess I
We
guess soy
I
kinda
don't think
doubles for both. Depending on if it's fermented or not, right? Like you could make alcohol with soy, and you can eat soy, and you can drink soy. So like, soy does it all.
don't try drinking a soy beer and pretending that it's food, Jay. I know that's what you're thinking next. Don't do it.
I mean, really though, what's the difference between, say, a soy loaf and a soy beer, other than one is solid and one is liquid and fermented?
One is more solid, more calories, and keeps you from getting drunk off your ass. One keeps you from getting drunk, the one makes you drunk.
Okay, so you eat them together. You eat the soy loaf and you drink the soy beer, and then they balance each other out. And you get a well balanced meal.
Well, I wouldn't call it well balanced, but eating before you drink is a very, very good idea. That's why we tend to do it all the time, or as often as we can manage. I'm not sure about that new Naluda person.
Oh, do we need like a real estate agent or a buyer's agent or something to help us find an apartment, or do we just want to like hop in the party wagon and see what apartments have helipads on them, or how are we gonna do this?
We're not. What about we're trying to go cheap on the rent? Did you not understand?
What are you talking about? I haven't even brought up a pool. I understand we can't have a pool.
Fucking
We can't-
helipad! How expensive do you think a helipad is to rent per month?
What? It's the best place to park the van.
And it's fucking expensive.
Okay, fine. Ground parking.
Yes.
With the peasants.
But you know what we can do instead? You know what we can do instead? Hey Jay, you got any like a little fancy glasses or a way to get into the Matrix?
No, I've been shopping around for like a deck to get on the Matrix, but they're really pricey.
Oh my, you can get on with a comlink.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant to get the like all the cool stuff.
No, just to
Like
get
you've seen
onto
the
the
movies,
Matrix.
right? How people get on the Matrix, like they do really cool stuff, like scales.
Yeah, I've seen the treads. I've seen the treads.
Yeah, I want to
Point
do that.
is, you know, we don't have to actually like drive around individually to see what's available. We can literally put on our little Matrix goggles or
Yeah,
plug in
I've
and
done that. I've played games.
digital tours. They literally take a picture and you can literally walk around their house digitally without walking there doing any of that shit.
Yeah, one of my favorite like classic games is Cyberpunk. It was really good. back in the day.
You really like playing those retro games, don't you, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get in the Matrix. I'll see you in a second. Click, click, click. Go ahead and puts on his own little glasses, puts on a little net, and it lays down on the couch. Like, come on, come on, come on.
Jay
go.
will hop onto the Matrix.
I. You know what? What does Jay's icon look like?
So it used to be Jay sitting on his tank, but I think it's different now. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be Jay with his mech behind him, and then Midori there, like high-fiving.
Ian, my son.
That is one hell of an icon. That is one hell of an icon.
Meanwhile, Cloudy's is just Atslan warrior mixed with feather boa drag queen. Just he has done it proper. Green and purple feathers just all strewn back. Tough to see whether it's actually coming from his head or the headdress. It might just be both. It's tough to say.
Truly perfect.
I'm digging the Kukulkan icon vibe.
Yep.
All right. As you two enter the Matrix, prepared to go on what is almost certainly going to be a very educational event, hopefully, we are actually going to take a very short break, and then we will all be right back. Hello, everybody. We are back from our little break as I function and click a button that needed to be clicked. There we go. I love OBS so much. It's great. So
Fantastic.
we left off with Jason and Cloudy entering the Matrix. Where? You know what? We're gonna pause on that actually, because I want to know. Mojave, you are exiting the Diamond Stallion.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear an extremely loud motorcycle engine as a familiar person comes careening around a corner.
Well, howdy. I'm gonna wave.
As Maluda, you have arrived in downtown on the tip you received, and suddenly you see Mojave waving at you.
Well, his name's Ollie, but sure.
Sorry, Ollie waving at you.
Yeah, Maluda has been driving around with the contact lens going, looking for cold bodies, and bounties in general, but yeah. The bike is fully not being driven. Like, she is on it, holding on, not falling off, but it is self-driving. Because we're still a little high. We're not like high anymore. It's been like a couple hours, but like the bike does just fine. But we'll stop short, like a little past Ollie, and then like kind of back it up with like the backwards waddle walk.
Hey, Sunshine, what do you know? I was just about to send a message your way.
What's up?
Figured, might like to take a chance to catch up proper.
Yeah, I guess so. What did you have in mind?
Absolutely nothing. I was literally just wrapped up some business and was about to send a text asking if you were home.
I am not home.
I can see that.
Park the bike, kickstand, pull the key out, turn it off so it can't get wirelessly jacked. Are we right outside the fucking Diamond Stallion, by the way?
Yeah, you watched him as he walked out of what appears to be a closed building. Like the Diamond Stallion's
Yeah.
not open.
Did you just come out of a titty bar?
As I said, had business.
Okay.
He
wanna go
says,
for
still
a-
wearing his swimsuit and just jacket over it, like,
Yeah, you know what? Hop on. We'll go for a ride.
all right. Gonna hop onto that bike.
Where are
Start
you
it
going
up.
to? Yeah, where are you gonna
Take
take
a
Ollie?
drive. Somewhere seedy and horrible.
Well, there's a couple seedy places. There is a sort of seedier part of downtown as you kind of. It's towards Covina, but sort of underneath, like the highway that travels over everything.
Yeah. The kind of place you could put a body in a dumpster and no one's gonna be like, I gotta call somebody.
Oh, absolutely. That is right around there. There are gunshots every night. No one could give a fuck.
Perfect. Park under a bridge or something somewhere. Turn the bike off.
Kind of like, yep, this is where we're stopping. Yeah, reasonable. It seems that like we are stopping here. Gonna get off that bike to have our little chat.
Yeah, hop off the bike. Immediately pull a gun on him.
I'll say he like hands visible so that she can see he's not
Yeah.
gonna do anything, but there is absolutely no like reaction. His face is still calm and pleasant as this were, Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah, sure. Immediately pull a gun on him once we're off the bike. Okay. Some things don't match up.
Fair enough. I get it.
I gotta ask some questions.
I might even have answers.
Well, if you get any of them wrong, I'm gonna blow the airlock on your internal experience, so.
Yeah. No, I know how it is. I know how it is. I get it.
Okay. Shit. Kind of does like a double blink and the eyes go wide because like, oof, there's two ollies. Okay.
Take your time.
December 25th, 2079. We went on a date. Where did we go?
That'd have been the right. That was the Christmas shindig down at the Vice Hotel, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I remember.
Okay.
You had that silver dress. One with all them beads, look like frost, prickly as heck.
Yeah. How much did you pay for that date?
I don't know. How am I supposed to remember that?
Yeah, you never cared about money. What did we talk about in the car afterward?
Well, that one's easy. I recall that was the night you opened my eyes to the Ace of Spades.
And then the gun is put away.
I know it's a lot to swallow.
Ollie,
but
what the
I'm here.
fuck?
I know. Half the reason, not half the reason, the reason I'm coming around is to put your mind at ease in that regard. I know how it is.
Okay. All right. So you're not someone pretending to be Oliver Falcone. You are, in fact, the man. Where have you been?
That is a long and messy story.
All right, well, turn your sub vocal off.
It's been off.
Perfect. So what the hell? I thought you were dead.
Might as well have been. My side of the story, what happened that night, Oz saw me on a path that would ruin the family, intervened, pulled a coup. Bullet in my skull, left me for dead in the desert, scrambled my brain so good, I even forgot my own name. And, with nothing else in my head, would you believe, I spent the past couple of years running around, calling myself a medic? I wound up walking the
got shot.
footsteps of the doctor who made it so I didn't die.
You got shot in the head?
Yeah.
And then what? You just laid low, or are you saying that you had amnesia?
I'm saying amnesia. I only came back to myself like a week or two ago.
Wow.
Let me tell you, I have had my hands full since.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Wait, has it actually only been a week?
Yeah, it's been about like a week and a half, maybe 2 at best.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Season 2 was literally a single month.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome back. Why the fuck are you dressed like a cowboy, man?
It's just the hat. It's
Yeah, what's with... I mean, it's a nice hat.
that doc who picked me up really made an impression.
Okay.
Am I allowed to ask a question here?
Yeah, that's fair. I just held you up for 3.
Yeah. I mean, you have every right. No, I want to know just your side of things. What exactly happened? Because I'll be honest. Up until I saw you earlier, I thought you was dead too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I was hanging at your place. Bodyguard should be where you're supposed to be at. And some of, I guess, your brother's guys showed up looking for you. Sounded like they had a couple groups out looking for you. Unfortunately for them, I was armed. At the time, I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was just a full-on coup. Like someone was coming for both the Falcone boys and your dad. So I did what I do.
Nod.
I mean, the plan was to find you, find your brother, find your dad, fuck off, get paid. What had happened actually was I got tipped off that it was your brother pulling the coup. So I tried to find you until sunup.
Sorry I
Couldn't.
put you through that. Glad to see you made it out.
Yeah, and I couldn't have told you what the fuck was going on, so I just left. I didn't see any other way.
Probably did right.
And then yeah, then I came back here for a couple weeks. Was gonna do some relaxing, didn't pan out. Took a 5-year defense contract, running security up and down the West Coast. 3 years into it, Seattle succession war. So fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
So canceled the contract. No payout, just canceled it.
Ooh.
Sure, that's how that works. Their loss, and then this all happened between the the bounty hunting and the monster hunting and stuff.
Well, as I said, it's good to see you still kicking around.
Yeah, I am still kicking around. She sits on the motorcycle, like kind of sits on it sideways.
Yeah, he's just looking thoughtful.
Takes out a cigarette and lights it. Unfiltered old gods.
I figure that's gonna be like, you know what? No, I could use a smoke, and he's gonna pat his pockets for whatever nearly empty, crumpled pack that's been there forever. You don't happen to got a light, do you?
Yeah. And she's got a. It's not like a butane lighter. It's like a little electrical lighter. The little arc between the two prongs.
It's gonna waltz over to not being, I'm being held at gunpoint range to.
Yeah. Light this man's cigarette. Stand back up. Okay.
You,
Okay,
you're
so
between big gigs at the moment.
yeah, I'm between big gigs at the moment. And what the fuck are you doing in LA? You trying to open a private practice? You got a medical license now?
Nah, I'm here on family business, give or take.
You guys expanding into LA?
No,
Okay.
nothing like that. Not as such. Nah, just politics. You know how it is.
Yeah, I like the part where I just stand outside the door for most of that.
Yeah. Yeah, these days I've been actually doing more of the talking.
My condolences.
I mean, hey, I did get things sorted out with Oscar.
Great.
Worked out our differences.
Your differences, your fucking brains out.
Wait, yeah.
But that's
yeah.
good. But I mean, you're kind of being an asshole, I guess.
No, yeah, I as I said, that doc who put me back together did a real good job of it. Got straightened out.
Or something like that.
I mean, I'm walking, I'm talking, and I ain't gunning for an entire demographic.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Guess we're caught up then. Are you back in?
Yeah.
Starting from the bottom again? A third time?
Oh!
Third time's the charm? Ollie Falcone?
Not quite the bottom. Not quite the bottom.
Okay. They were making you climb up again.
Nah.
Let's say you gotta get a hobby or something, man. You can't keep getting your shit kicked in and crawling up from the bottom.
I mean, hey. At least I keep crawling up. Nah. I ain't all the way on the bottom this time. Nah, he's Oscar. Believe it or not, he was happy to see me.
How's your
Got
dad?
things sorted out, and I showed him that I'm legit.
How's your dad?
Dead.
So it's stuck with him.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, Goodness knows he had it coming.
Long drag of the cigarette, nodding her head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, still sorry to hear it.
Yeah, me too. But what can you do?
I don't know. Can't cry about it. No one would care.
Sixth world.
So, yeah, okay. Good catching up.
Yeah. I do gotta ask. Your old
Yeah.
contract flaked
Did?
out on you. You got any more work lined up? Still just bouncing around doing odd jobs.
I mean, it's fucking LA. There's plenty of dead or alives walking around,
Always.
but I don't have any specific jobs lined up. I mean, there's plenty of paracritters out in the Mojave and the Rockies. Sometimes those jobs pop up. Sometimes a ghoul nest gets reported. Sometimes I just see some Jagoff walking around with 2K on his head.
Oh yeah. Ghoul's kind of your specialty these days.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't want to ask too many questions. I know what's my business and what ain't, but it did sound a little bit more than an I guess.
It's a bit more than an I guess.
Kind of thing I ought to shut up about.
It doesn't matter. No, I came back from LA. No, sorry, I came back from Vegas to LA. I was gonna take a couple weeks off, you know? Spend some time with my family. And my mom made me leave my weapons behind. No gun, no knife. Went out. It's a family. Me and my mother, my sister, Daphne, her 8-year-old daughter. And a pack of what you would call sapient ghouls lost their fucking minds locally. Points to her eye, flicks a cigarette. One of them tackled me through glass window. That's what happened to this. And by the time I got back to the rest of them, it was just me.
Sorry to hear that.
These biters were walking around having conversations, spending new yen, blending in, real good at it. But it never lasts. So it has become a bit of a passion project to make sure that no one else has got to experience that, if I can help it.
We all end up doing what we can. I know we probably don't mean too much to you, but that doc who picked me up
Yeah.
out of the desert. Before she passed, she was working on researching HMHUV, trying to find a cure, treatment.
And what happened to her and her research?
Her research is still out there. She, as far as I could tell, heavy metal poisoning. But I got every
Jesus.
intention of once
Like mercury or lead?
don't know. I didn't have the skill to do much about it back then.
Wow.
But I got every intention of going back there. Going back there soon anyway, for other reasons. But going back there once I get this bit of business wrapped up and picking up where she left off.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Blood in the streets one way or the other, ain't it?
Yeah.
So, you two are standing under an overpass. It is dark around you. I need perception checks from both of you.
Sure. Am I using my eyes or my ears? They're different for me.
Whichever's better.
Thank God. My ears. I have an eye out. Well, 3s.
That is enough. The person is not subtle. It is fast. They attempt to run in quickly.
Huh?
Mojave, you know it's coming. You can hear it. You know that they're behind you. Someone runs up on you. You have a moment to react before you feel cold metal in your back. You can react however you wish.
How about turning around real calm like and being like, hey man, now's not a good time.
Who runs up is a man. He looks a little bit off, kind of shifty, crazy-eyed, and he's holding what appears to be a rather worn-out Ares Predator, and he's holding it up.
Yeah, just real calm, hands open. Hey pal, now ain't a good time.
Shut up, man. You shut up. Give me everything in your wallet, or I'm gonna blow your brains out all over your girlfriend, okay?
Slow blink. You ain't gonna do that, pal. I don't got my wallet on me. It's in your best interest to just keep walking, all right? Do you...
You think
can
I'm
I-
fucking kidding? Yeah, what you need?
A sensing, please.
Hey, what's
Oh,
up, dog?
yeah, roll your vibe check. Roll your vibe check.
I got a 2. And a lot of ones.
Honestly, a 2's enough just because this... Oh, wait a minute.
Is that a glitch?
Yes, it is.
Huh. So it goes.
Oh no.
This is glitching on an ascensing.
I brought you here to kill you, but he's going to kill you.
You? This is on an ascensing. As you look at this man's aura, you're not sure why, but you feel like a twinge of pain in your head. You don't know were you drinking today? Are you tired?
I was.
Yeah.
I am.
Something is flooding your senses. Something is in your mind. And you realize you can't tell what this man's thinking. It's like he's too bright. Your stomach aches. like you're hungry. There's just this twisting knot in your stomach. And you can't tell what this man is thinking, what his real emotional state is. You can tell that there's no magic here. He is completely average. But there's just this block in your mind from accessing your vibe check ability. And he is holding the gun up to you and goes, "You think I'm fucking kidding, man?"
I don't think you're kidding. I think you're about to make a real big mistake.
You hear the click as he kind of, like the hammer's pulling. He's pulling on the trigger enough that you can hear that hammer start to move. You know for a fact, like, if he fucks around, he's gonna fire whether on purpose or not. You're gonna drop your fucking jacket, man. You're gonna drop your fucking jacket. I know you got some fucking money on you. I see that fucking bike your girl's got. Yeah, that is, she's got money. One of you's giving me your fucking wallet.
Luna, by the way, is watching Ollie very closely in this moment. Like, expecting him to just, like the eyes are just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to kill him now, dog. What are you fucking doing?
And just hands up, just like, I don't want to make no sudden movements while you got your finger on that trigger. Can you lower the gun?
I'm fucking stupid, man.
Look at me. I got nothing on me. I'm just...
As you're talking, you kind of see him start shaking a little bit in his hands. He twitches to the left and fires. It whizzes past your cheek. Moluda, it buries itself in the concrete next to you.
If
I
it's
have
drugs you need, I
adrenaline
might be able to
surge.
help.
Can I use that?
Sure. What does Adrenaline Surge do?
Adrenaline Surge is like, basically when there's combat and it's the first pass of the combat, I go first as if I had spent edge without having to spend edge.
He did fire.
He did fire.
This is combat. That would have technically counted as a surprise round, so I will allow
Yeah.
your Adrenaline Surge to go first.
Yeah, because I imagine the
jump.
gun went off on accident, and he probably flinched. I got that knife. Can
gonna
I
come
go
at
at him
this
with the
man.
knife?
Yeah, you can go out with the knife. He is, you know for a fact that this weapon might take at least a minute. It doesn't seem like it's automatic yet, so you
Yeah.
can go for him.
Okay. Mary.
Got him like a pig.
It's a
Jesus.
5.
I just opened my dice upside down, and they just spilled all over the floor.
Oh no.
Well, what did he roll, this floor man?
I'm not gonna roll a 57 fucking dice for this man.
Oh, okay, that's fair, actually.
Ooh, nope, not at all. As
How many
you-
guys on the floor? Excuse me?
57. Hey, it happens. Fireballs, Shadowrun. You never know.
It's not all of them are on the floor, and I may be exaggerating a little bit that it's 57,
okay.
but it
So
is
dramatic.
probably about like I think about 20 of these because it's about half empty.
Yeah.
You come around with this knife, and you're basically like around Ollie and up, towards this man. He goes to try to like shift quickly. He goes like he's gonna try to fire again, and you hear click as the firing pin snaps. This is an older gun. He was not taking care of it. It jams. And your knife comes right in wherever you want to land it.
Oh, yeah.
He is not wearing armor.
Maluda slams into this man's whole body and just sticks it in the bottom of his belly and fucking unzips him up.
Ooh. Let me roll this body. You get it in his belly and just across up, and you hear him go
Yeah.
as he drops his gun. The amount of pain he's suddenly in surprises, and he's not ready to be. No one's ready to get gutted, and he super wasn't. And he will hit the ground incapacitated.
Oh.
But he is not unconscious. He is kind of holding his guts as he hits the ground, like he's trying to hold it in.
Yeah, that's where Mojave immediately, like, on his knees at this guy's side. I'd like to try and put his guts back inside him, please.
Sure. If nothing interrupts you, you can roll first aid.
Hold the fuck up. Whoa. There's like a half second where Maluta's watching, not sure what he's doing, but when he pulls out fucking bandages and gauze, she's gonna grip him by his shoulders and haul him to his feet.
The man is bleeding out, Maluta.
Yeah, I know, I fucking unzipped him. What are you doing?
He didn't have to do that.
He almost Oscar Falconed you.
He's clearly got something going on. Let me trying to, like, dodge around to get at this man's guts.
No. Toss the knife over my shoulder. I'm just gonna hold him up.
What are you
Are
doing?
you fucking kidding me?
I told you I'm a doctor. I do the medic thing.
That man's not your patient.
Like heck.
He's
He's
not
ble-
your patient.
He's bleeding out in front of me. I got.
He's
please
not your patient, Ollie.
He is now.
Why? What are you talking about?
I'm a doctor. Again, trying to, like, get around her.
You're not a fucking doctor, Ollie. Are you kidding me? I almost killed you
He didn't.
for your jacket.
It's only a jacket. That's a life.
Ollie. You got a piece on you?
I do things different now.
Do you have a piece on you?
I left it in my bag.
She's gonna draw her Ares Predator. Standing behind him. You can resist if you want, dog. But she is going to put the gun in Ollie's hands.
What are you doing?
I'm helping
not-
you.
No. Take it back. I gotta.
Uh,
Once again, gonna try to put
Oh.
this man's guts back in.
Keeps him on his feet.
The man in question has kind of fallen back, and with one arm trying to hold his guts in, the other one is like kind of trying to pull himself back. He's fucking terrified at what he's watching.
He's dying, Maluta. I can help him.
Yeah. And puts the gun in his hands and makes him hold it correctly and levels it out on this guy.
If those hands aren't shaking, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm a doctor, Maluta. I'm not.
He's not your patient. He was never your patient.
Why do you care if he
Mojave.
lives or dies?
Ollie. I am so confused right now. Thrill kill Oliver Falcone? Afraid to pull the trigger? Why?
I don't
Look
do
at
that.
him.
No, I don't do that no more.
Why?
I've
Why?
hurt enough people.
Why do you even have a piece then?
Paracritters.
Paracritters? Yeah?
Yeah, that dock of mine lived out in the middle of the Mojave. Sometimes, gamma spiders.
I mean, I'm looking at a wounded animal right now.
That is a person.
He walked up on you. He threatened your life. He threatened my life. And do you know what else he did, Ollie?
No, he ain't a real threat.
Ollie. As long as I've known you, you've had 2 rules. Silence. And what else?
My standards have changed. He wasn't thinking straight. He didn't know.
Your hands are shaking.
Yeah, they do that
He-
now.
He disrespected you, Ollie.
There are
They're
other
not
ways to teach a lesson.
shaking. They are not shaking. They are trembling. Do you know what the difference is?
The one makes it hard to aim.
You are not shaking. You are trembling. You are excited.
Oliver, can you roll composure for me with a -3?
Okay. I got a 2.
As you're standing there trembling with Maluda in your ear around you, this man is in front of you. He is holding his intestines into his body. He is shaking. He is terrified. And deep in your stomach, that knot from earlier starts to unwind.
Don't gotta
You
be this
don't-
way.
You can't place the taste, but it's like your mouth is full of the taste of apple.
Don't gotta be this way. I don't gotta. Playing a different game now. Let me heal him, Maluda. Please.
You can't help others if you cannot help yourself.
I am helping myself.
He threatened you. He threatened me. And he disrespected you.
No.
Shoot him!
I can't.
Okay.
No.
Let me
No.
help.
No.
Let me help. Let me help.
It's Maluda.
And holding his hands on the gun, we'll pull the hammer back.
Maluda, please.
And I will half squeeze the trigger.
Oliver, I need you to make another composure roll -5.
Okay. I got a 2.
You almost glitched on that one.
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am in perfect control. I'm perfectly composed.
This man in front of you is near tears. He can't even make words. There's blood dripping out of his mouth. You know there's internal bleeding. There has to be, with everything that just happened. You might be able to save him if you went right now. You might be.
Hands are
But as
shaking.
he's
Mouth
sitting
is
there,
dry.
he is near tears. He is terrified of you. Your mouth is full of the taste of a crisp apple, like apple pie, like comfort. And you feel something in the back of your mind. The knot in your stomach is almost completely gone. But it's like it's still there a little bit. I need you to make one more composure roll,
Okay.
and I will tell you if you passed or failed. This one will be -7.
I'm sure that's fine.
Dude,
I'm
every
real
time-
consistent.
Ollie, Oliver Falcone has failed his composure roll. Do as you will.
The only reason his knuckles aren't white on that gun is because he doesn't quite dare hold it that tightly because he knows he wants to pull that trigger. He wants it so bad. Licking dry lips, his hands are shaking. He might be able to save that man if he moved now, but he cannot get himself to move. He if he really wanted, he could try and fight Maluda off, but he has not made an effort to do that yet. He is just looking that poor sap in the eye as he bleeds out there on the ground. Trying not to want it. So close. And I think just there's the one last there's a plea in his voice as just to Maluda I can't. I won't.
No.
Mojave,
And
in the
Maluda
back
will-
of your mind, you
Oh,
only
go
hear
ahead.
one thing. As you say this to Maluda, you hear one thing in the back of your mind. Howard.
And that finger twitches.
The trigger was half pulled.
And a twitch, the trigger was half pulled. A twitch is all it needed. Maluda had poised that gun where coughing could have set it off. You twitch, Mojave. And whether deep down you truly meant to or not does not matter. The gun goes off, and even in this city where God only knows what sounds you could hear the highway above you, that gunshot is the loudest thing you have ever heard. You watch as that man is shot, bullet hole hitting, and the spattering of red behind him as he then falls down into bits of skull, arms fall to the side, organs out. Just another corpse in the dingy streets He's nothing. He never was. But right now, you feel
Alive.
alive. You feel full. You feel content. And the little voices in the back of your mind drift.
He is breathing very heavily right now.
Maluda's grip on his arms softens. She's still pressed fully to his back. She turns her head so that her lips are almost touching his ear. And with the most rancid, foul kitty smirk in his ear, didn't that feel good?
Yeah.
Are his hands still trembling?
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
either
not,
way.
because the tension is gone.
They're not trembling. Maluda, you can even tell. He's standing taller. Maybe he's not conscious about it. But he's standing up much more straight. This looks more like your friend.
She will take the Ares Predator from him and return it to her holster.
He's got a bit of a 1,000-yard stare at the moment.
Hands on his shoulders. Turn him around and walk him to the bike.
You know I ain't done that since I came back. Not once.
Yeah? You've been shaking the whole time?
Yeah.
You've been lying to yourself the whole time. But I got you. Nobody's got you like I got you. She will get on the bike, fucking waiting for him to get on the back.
There's just that long pause as he's just trying and not really processing any of that. But after it goes on for a good 20 seconds, he's like, wait, no, I can't just stand here. Let's manually override. I will get on that bike. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah? Gotta feel better.
That's the problem.
Stoop over, pick my knife up, put it away, start the bike up. Want me to drop you off at your place?
Not yet.
Where are we going?
I couldn't care less.
Okay, hold on. Spin the bike around with the back tires spinning, spray that corpse with gravel and dirt, peel off.
You peel off, leave the body behind. And as you drive into the city, we're going to shift over real quick. Allow the drive to happen. Morningstar.
Yes.
You left the snake pit, got back in a car, and you have made your way back to the house. Currently, Cloudy and Jason are on the couch. Conk the fuck out.
They're wearing like they're
Yes, it's very clear where they are. They're just sort of like,
Okay.
peacefully sitting there. They've entered the Matrix and appear to be a full on in the Matrix, enjoying themselves. Goodness only knows what.
Yeah, as they're doing that, she does a quick pass over the house to see if anyone else got back. And when she sees Shelly and Morningstar or meets Mojave aren't back, she pings, she sort of pings both of them with a message of just like, hey, where are you? Yeah, that's what she'll do for now. She sort of sends a message, hey, where are you?
You do get a response from Shellhound, and it's just, can't talk right now. Be back later. Don't worry.
Yeah, nothing from Mojave. But then he did tell y'all he was going to go have a meeting with Sleipnir, so it's no wonder his phone would be off.
She does send back to Shellhound KK, see you soon, and leaves it at that. Just KK, see you soon. She doesn't get a response back from Mojave, and she knows where he's at. But that doesn't stop her from being like, fuck, I hope he's alive, because of where he's said he would be going. But then she's gonna come back out, see the guys on the couch in the Matrix, and she's gonna pop in herself. She's gonna sit down next to them on the couch and just bloop next to them on the Matrix.
So it's been a little bit. What were you guys doing while on the Matrix when the slippery snake? What does the slippery snake walk in on?
Yeah, what do I see?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Motherfucker. Keeping myself trying to keep from interrupting scenes. All right. So going ahead and just see us. It's just basically what is the equivalent to a big old public homes listing, realty.com or whatever, and just being like flipping through various rooms, going out things. Just get to us right as we're clicking one and transforms into a digital rendition of a different apartment in this.
Okay. She's gonna pop up, and her avatar, it's gone through some iterations, but a voice has kind of kept the same vibe of being a snake, being a naga. And here the rainbow of her scales is more apparent. So still has the melanated scales, but just that sheen is far more apparent here in the Matrix. Except rather than her, more human looking face, she is an actual snake. Have you guys found anything good yet?
Slight start, turnarounds. Schools features very, very quickly. There's just that hint of course,
Yes.
of course. But school is like not quite what we need to help with your situation.
Right. My size is something that needs to be accommodated for sometimes. Yeah. Can I help? Is there anything that you are in particular looking for?
A cheaper apartment that we can afford without you going into literal slavery.
Yeah, I look, I spoke to my mom, and some things have been cleared up for me. So I not that we should look for a cheaper apartment, but just don't worry about me so much. It may be a thing where I just have to be in the van a lot, and that's okay.
This place is also getting torn down.
Oh yeah,
We
no,
gotta
we're
find
definitely
a new place regardless.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find a new place. I'm just saying that if it's a matter of listings for like a budget, we don't have to budget it me in a room. I can just sleep in the van.
Slightly narrowed eyes. I can hear you. He's trying to see whether you are full of shit right now.
I don't know what you got, but like
A
for
three.
So-
But
okay, for Softy, she's being 1000% genuine. She's like, I'll fucking sleep in the car. That's not a big deal for me. And the van is big enough at this point, it can accommodate my size. But there is a level of clear-headedness you have never seen in her before. That she has. It is just like I think you're accustomed to not only like seeing her in like meat space have a sort of a lot of conflicting emotions almost all the time. And you've of course seen like the bursts of emotions that come from her sometimes, but she's really even keeled, real clear-headed. And I want to make sure that it's not confused for like a delusional like there's nothing wrong and everything's fine. It's not that at all. It's her just like full acceptance of the situation and being very calm.
okay.
After we find a place that we might be interested in, I do have to talk to you about some things. Because of your knowledge in magic, I think for some of the other bigger things we're handling, we're gonna need your expertise.
Turn around. What's it about then?
Okay, so I have to ask the SC a question. So I know that for the most part in the Matrix, most things are tracked based off of like what you're doing in the Matrix. However, is this a situation where I can speak to him about the situation with Sandra without being overheard? Or is that like a possibility here where like, there might be some prying eyes and ears somewhere?
I mean, I guess you're on a website, you're on the public grid,
Mm-hmm.
messing around with just a connection to basically a host. As every
Mhm.
website's basically just a weird little host structure.
Yeah.
You're pretty certain that, like, with you being here, I
Mhm.
can't say that it's unlikely that you could just close off the connection here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're right next to them. You are in your sphere of influence. Even if you are like directly connected to a host, you could honestly just step back from the host real quick if you wanted.
Okay. Yeah, just because it is sensitive information, and even though we're on kind of a banal site, the nature of the Matrix, she's like, I don't want anyone to fucking, So she will just sort of give them both a little bit of a nod to step outside of the host, and then we'll step back a moment, and then once we are, she will say, still kind of in a hushed tone, she'll start to give Cloudy all the information that she gathered from her mom about Sandra. She is different now. Something more akin to Nananongo after she became corrupted. My mother used words like demon, monster type thing, but it's not exactly accurate. And she's not going to last long. Given her state, she's going to, the way my mother put it, be faced with a choice in order to extend her life. I mean, we already know Sandra is obsessed with immortality. And given the weird, like, blood entity she became,
She's gonna become a fucking vampire. Okay.
It's real bad. And I have no idea what those, the necklaces that the CEO and Evangeline were wearing. I don't know what those do. I don't know if maybe that's a part of the ritual, a kind of backup plan that Sandra had to be able to draw on their very living strength. I don't know. And if it's in case of vampires, she would still need the body, right? So
Mm. Oh, she's not even physical right now.
from what I understand, she is more like spirit. She might have a host that she is inhabiting at the moment. Possibly it's rapidly deteriorating. I don't really know or understand how those things work, but from the way that my mother described it, it is more spirit things, more along that line of her current state.
So there are traditions where some of the spirits, instead of just popping into things like Finwell, will instead possess someone
Right.
or a person, most frequently an object.
Okay.
If they're parasitizing a person, they're basically all the big nasty spirits we don't like talking about, like bug spirits, the death
Yeah.
spirits, all those. She's
Mhm.
basically one of those now. If you
Oh.
are correct.
Well, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well. Yes.
So
my
honestly, vampires would be less bad.
Oh.
At least they'd be a thing you could actually burn.
Right. Okay. Well, my mother mentioned something about pacts. That there are some free spirits. They can make deals and things like this. Rue and Vice are sort of similar.
Mhm.
To be honest, I think probably my uncle was like that as well. My mother mentioned this, so perhaps that is how she intends to claim a body, is by creating a pact with the person. I don't know.
So free spirits can basically make pacts to almost feed off the experience of those that make pacts with. This wouldn't get them a body, but spirits don't need those.
Okay, well then, okay, that makes it interesting because the way that Jormungandr was talking about it is almost like that Sandra is in a position where she is going to need a body soon. I guess she's deteriorating or something. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they do things instead, like the bug spirits do, where they eat someone from the inside out.
Okay. Right.
Which is not like what normal free spirits will do.
Right.
It is much, much, much fucking worse.
Right. Okay. Okay. You mentioned possessing objects, right? She was last with T, and he's got a whole legion of fucking essentially droids. She could be possessing one of them from now.
Funny thing, the part that they absorb to get something out of it, those little bug spirits, there's less of it in them when they're replaced.
Oh, okay.
So hysterically, this is the best thing I've heard all day. Most of her cronies that she's been chroming up wouldn't be able to get her what she needs.
Okay, so that's sort of good. But it does make her desperate. And Sandra will do anything to stay alive. She mentioned, my mom mentioned that when she was still very much human, she was always really obsessed with any creatures who have extended lifetimes past humans. So, elves and people like that. She has quite literally a buffet at her disposal. And if she's still somewhere in Vegas, there are so many people there. I only mentioned Vegas because of the connection to Evangeline. She also has one of those red necklaces.
So does the CEO of, what was it, Mako? Whatever.
Maiden
Maiden.
Pharmaceuticals. Yeah.
Maiden Pharmaceuticals. So does the CEO of there. And we last saw her cronies operating here.
Yeah. Okay.
So, thank you for telling me. It's a
Yeah.
good thing, a fantastic thing. Potentially either kill or remove the necklace from this particular CEO of ours. And that's one potential avenue erased. However, depending, might also just eat literally any desperate person off the side of the street.
There's a lot of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Something that whispers in their ear, I can take your pain away. I can do X, Y, and Z. Just let me in like a goddamn vampire. And then their soul's gone.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Is there when something like this happens, is there any like sign on the person, like a physical sign of them being possessed?
Looking sick.
That's Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't help narrow it down.
No, not at all. Okay. Well, that's that, and I can't be seen in the city. So yeah, I will be, whilst that's being dealt with, in the van. Okay. Last time you weren't with us for this, but you remember when we rescued my sibling from the essentially the pipes. So
I do.
a while ago, we faced some of Sandra's creatures down there too. We killed them. T killed them, but is it possible that is a hiding place for her? Or am I thinking too far ahead and too broad?
I wouldn't say that. It's a potential option, but we need to scout around.
Which I can't physically do. Okay. Well, you have all the information I have. I guess we'll go from there. We're probably also gonna have to find the fixer.
The one I had in the city bounced.
Yeah.
We could go looking around again. 100%.
Yeah. KST. Now, obviously, have the intentions to pay Sleipnir back, but do I have essentially like an account that I can forward when I start making that money, where I can start forwarding money to, or is this something that I'm just like grasping at straws about?
You do have a bank account. Still, it is empty right now,
Mm-hmm.
but you have a bank account. So like, when having money, you could basically go, "Hey, money here, take."
Okay. Okay, cool. I just didn't know if this is a matter of like send to a special place, or if that would be good enough. Okay. I will then kind of look at Cloudy and Jason and be like, have either of you heard from Mojave? I talked to Shelly a little bit. He said that he's a little busy right now, but I haven't heard from Mojave.
Nope.
No, I guess he's probably doing like Falcone Mafia stuff or whatnot.
Once
We-
I wish he would keep his phone on.
Well, maybe when they do their mafia stuff, they're not allowed to have their phones.
For the most part, that is how that works. But it's frustrating. Okay, all right. He'll be fine, right? Like he's got the Falcon name to keep him relatively safe.
Yeah, Cloud and I we were just hopping on the Matrix to go apartment hunting.
Yeah, I saw that. I was telling Cloudy that I can just like sleep in the van, so it's not an issue where like if we get a place that doesn't have, accommodations for me and my size, the van is fine.
Yeah, and so far, Cloudy's laid down some ground rules: no pools and no helipads.
Right, probably because they come with the high price tag.
Yeah, I mean, I figured like you'd really like a pool though, because like
I-
yeah,
I do like a pool. And maybe one day, definitely something we can get in the future, but I can sacrifice some pool time.
maybe if the apartment comes with like an HOA and there's like a community pool in, maybe that's an option.
Maybe. I wouldn't put too much hope in it, Jason. But it's a possibility. Some places have a fucking home gym, so maybe they'll have a pool too. But yeah, look, we can go through this like quick. Super fast. And I will. Oh, go ahead.
If we get an apartment near like a river or the ocean,
see, like I would be cool with that, but I also know that like there's stuff in the ocean that's a little wild. I heard Mojave talking about it with Shelly, and there's just some creatures that I probably don't want to see in the water when I'm swimming. But yeah, I let me help you guys narrow this down a little bit. And I'm going to take all the parameters to which Cloudy and Jason have essentially like given me, whatever the like desired budget, and I'm going to just compile that list down to a much smaller list, so they're not like searching all night through tons of lists of homes.
I will allow you to do this in the background, just as a thing. It is
Oh, wonderful.
very devastating as you go through the list and realize exactly how massive the price difference is, especially in a megaplex, where there's apartments, like good
Yep.
ones, and then there's just everything else, and then there's squatters. That's it. That's all you get. It's awful. It is horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, wow, this is, ooh,
Yeah, it's gonna be a change in lifestyle for sure.
It's gonna be.
But
You're sat there like, man, maybe it is a good thing I'll sleep in the van. Holy shit, it's probably more
Yes!
comfortable.
yeah, for sure. And I
Uh.
will present to them this list of places, and I'm like, it'll be kind of rough, but
It
this
is.
is what we're looking at.
It is you all set to go through this list, looking very suspectantly at the mixtures of whether it's crime statistics or just money or just wow, that is I'm gonna get shot there or worse, probably worse.
Yeah.
But as you all are sitting around going through it, across the city, Mojave, your phone is off.
Yeah.
You were on the back of Maluta's bike.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Maluta take Mojave?
He doesn't know where he lives, so we are just driving around. Doing loops. Making circles, go fast. Waiting for
Mojave,
Ollie's brain to spin back up like a minigun.
And how long does it take Mojave's brain to spin back up enough to decide to stop?
There's definitely a hot minute before he finally goes, I think I want to drink.
Gonna go to a bar?
Yeah, something like that.
We can go to my place.
That works too. Probably.
Toward Fun City.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Maluta will drive this man to her condominium in Fun City.
Yeah, and it is a lovely condominium. It actually reminds you, Mojave, a lot of of T's condo in the Orchid Tower. It's a very similar type of building, though this one is not themed as pink and frilly as the other one. Though, kind of a gold and marble type beat. Basically everywhere that's public, they're playing up the fancy side. Also, kind of reminds you of like the inside of Caesar's Palace. Like they're kind of trying to pull that.
Mm-hmm.
But you arrive there. Maluta parks her bike. You go up, and you're kind of impressed by actually how high up in this building Maluta gets. Probably places that have the nice balconies.
I mean, let's be honest. He's seeing it. He's not really seeing it. Like, there's some energy back. He's not full 1,000-yard stairs, but like hands are opening and closing, and he's seeing, but he's not surprised. His mind is too elsewhere to be surprised at the moment.
Oh yeah. Upon entering into Maluta's apartment, a sound can be heard. A little. Huh? Maluta, would you like to describe Baby?
Baby is a what appears to be a domestic short hair. Just solid black all over, except a strange white marking down the front of the chest that looks like a tie. Baby is actually the manager.
I love that.
Baby is the manager. Mojave, please vibe check for me.
Yeah. As a dual-natured being, what do I see? Nothing. I'm too out of it. I mean,
you are out of it. It is a 1. You are out of it, but a 1 is actually, I believe, all you need, given the way this creature works.
Fair. Yeah.
You look over at Baby, and yeah, that's a cat. Oh. Uh-oh. That's a Talus cat.
Maluta, you got a Talus cat?
Yeah, you've seen Talus cats before. This is a Talus cat.
Yes. Well, I don't have a Talus cat. Baby is not my Talus cat. Baby's my roommate who doesn't pay rent. And I feed her. And she's Baby.
Baby comes sauntering over, kind of not really looking as much as she just is, like, there, for hopping up kind of on the couch, and just sort of does, like, the maneuvering. It's the I don't want to be pet, but also you're here, so.
Yeah, on the one hand, he's got a 1,000-yard stare for a completely different reason, because Talus cats look like house cats, except when they're attacking you and look like frickin' jaguars. But while he's processing that, the hand just knuckles extended, the polite cat greeting to Sniff.
Baby reaches over, sniffs you for a minute.
Like, we're
Sniffs
best cat
again.
manners here.
Yeah, sniffs again. And then licks her lips. And then hops off the couch and kind of does a little rub around Maluda's legs before wandering over to her cat tree and just sitting in it.
It's about that drink.
Yeah, Baby gets the barest little cheek rub, half a second, and then right over to the liquor cabinet.
There is much liquor.
So it is not a luxurious lifestyle, but it is high. So while it is a lot of synthahol, it's very top shelf synthahol.
Some of it
At this
almost
point-
tastes good.
He couldn't care less what he's drinking, only that he's drinking.
Fantastic. She will mix him a drink.
think he
Whatever
does-
Ollie used to drink, often she will provide for him.
Honestly, whiskey.
Just a straight whiskey. Fuck you. You want an ice cube?
No, I'll take a neat.
Here you go.
Not an old fashioned. Gosh. Whiskey neat.
Doesn't
Also
have the
pretty good.
time for an old fashioned. Mojave. Does Mojave want to be drunk?
He certainly would like to take the edge off, yes.
Okay.
Anything to distract him from, the taste he just got. His
It do-
old favorite back in the back of his mind again.
I will tell you, as you sip the whiskey, or possibly chug the whiskey, depending on how you're vibing. It's like maybe. I heard a bottle move. Hold on.
Don't worry about it.
For a moment, obviously it hits your tongue. The alcohol burns, but it's like it can't cut down on that apple-like flavor. It's not even apple. You know it's not. It's like tasting. It's just good. It's just flavor. And you cannot get rid of it, no matter how much you pour alcohol over your tongue.
Yeah, I think there's a sip, and then just sort of like another sip, and then he just downs it, and there's just kind of like frowning at it.
Well, you don't like it?
No, just can I see the bottle?
Get up and walk over and grab the bottle and bring it over and put it in front of him. Yeah,
Yeah, just-
here.
He's just kind of looking at it like there's nothing wrong with it. This is normal, like what it ought to be.
Yeah, it's normal synthol. It's whiskey. It's shitty whiskey, but it's whiskey. In fact, it should taste stronger because it's bad. Should probably taste like ethanol.
Yeah, I
That is
think there's
real, genuine, not real whiskey.
vague nod and kind of like he goes to uncap it again, and there's just the pause, the glance to be like, "This is your alcohol. Do you mind if I pour myself some more?" Before he goes and pours himself some more.
Go ahead, we're celebrating.
Lifts the bottle for a moment before pouring himself some more and passing it back to her.
Put the cap
Celebrate
on,
is a word for it.
put it on the table. Yeah, well, you know. You're welcome.
Should I be thanking you?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know what had your nerves shot, but hopefully you're over it now.
I'll tell you I ain't. It's the fact that I know I like it, Maluda. That's the
Yeah.
problem there.
I mean, you always have. You just
Yeah.
don't go too far. Just don't go too far.
And what's gonna stop me?
Me.
Yeah?
Mojave, in the back of your mouth. From this point on, I'm going to be saying things. Only Mojave can hear them, okay? Continue your
Aye, aye!
conversation. Continue your conversation as normal. But no one's going to stop you.
You planning on
Yeah.
sticking around, Maluda?
I don't know. Are you planning on leaving?
I got business back in Vegas, yeah. I got business other parts of the city.
Yeah. If I'm around, I can stop you. Otherwise, just gotta draw lines.
You know, I had
Otherwise,
them lines
everyone
drawn.
dies.
I had them lines drawn.
They weren't real.
Good.
But apparently I didn't draw them right.
Do better. Get a second chance.
Like, that's fucking possible.
And what do you think better looks like, Maluda?
Well, I've got my lines. You can borrow them if you want. You figure your shit out.
And where do you draw your lines?
There are a couple instances where I will kill someone if it is absolutely integral to the mission, or if it is in defense of myself or someone I care about, or to not would be in violation of my personal code. You got your personal code, silence and respect. He threatened to kill you, he threatened to kill me. That's 3 good reasons. Most people would only need the one. Some people would need none.
You'll just end up with none.
You know he wasn't really a threat. You saw the way his hands were shaking, the way he was talking.
Maybe not to you or me, but we are exceptional.
We could have helped him if he just tried harder.
We could have helped him.
You did help him.
Some kind of mercy, ain't it?
Yeah.
We were never good
I mean,
at that.
I wanted you to help him a lot sooner than that, but you wanted to hem and haw about it. But you got there.
You know how I always been, Maluda. You know my idea of fun.
Just don't do it for free.
It's not for free if we're eating good. I know you can hear me, Ollie.
There's a bit of a twitch as he tells his inner voice to shut up,
Damn.
but a twitch is all that he lets show externally. My thing is, there's always a point where good reason becomes an excuse. And there comes a point when the work becomes its own reward,
You've got lines. Don't work for free.
Back then, I didn't think I was. Back then, I thought I was doing the good thing.
Well, in general, if everyone's telling you you're wrong, introspective is important. However, I don't think anybody would tell you fucked that up. You took too long, but that's your only crime here.
You think everybody was telling me I was wrong back in the day?
I think a good bit of people were trying to tell you were wrong. But hey, don't worry. The doc put your brains back in the right way this time. Right?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. Don't drop them again.
See, that's what I'm trying to do.
Then persist until you succeed or fail. But you gotta defend yourself, man. Even the doc you had out there had a gun. You inherited it, right?
I did.
What would she think of
Okay.
you right now?
So even the doc knew to carry a fucking gun.
There's things out there in the desert.
There's worse things here.
And most of them can be reasoned with.
Most of them. You were
She'd
being
be
real
so-
reasonable. He just almost fucking blew your head off, even though.
She'd be so disappointed in us.
I have fired it before. I have shot when necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, when necessary. I agree.
It wasn't necessary.
It
It
was necessary.
was it?
Yeah? Yes. This time, yes.
He was crying.
Attempting to drown that little voice in the back of his head with alcohol? The worst thing is, Maluda, I don't totally think you're wrong.
Not wrong. I said you're welcome.
And the thing is that same part of me that says you ain't wrong says, wouldn't it be great to go out there and do it again?
Good news. You're in LA. It is 2083. You will have to defend yourself again.
Can we really wait for that?
That's good news, is it?
I mean, for you, there's always someone out there wants someone dead. Will pay for it. That's what I do. Dead or alive.
I wish it was easy.
Nothing's
Yes.
easy.
There's no hope, is there? Scales next.
Because there's that thing, Maluda. There's that thing where if you take steps to make sure them situations don't pop up, you end up not getting in them situations.
Yeah. I mean, I let you talk to him. I let you talk to him all the way up until he deserved it.
If I'd have reached for the gun right off the bat, it'd have been over a lot sooner.
Yeah. but I let you try.
What happens when I stop trying?
Well, you've gone over the line. Don't go over the line.
I hope that's a threat.
It can be. Would you like it to be a threat?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would.
Sure. If I hear you're out here acting like a lowercase t, I will come find you.
With
Okay?
And what are you gonna do if it doesn't stick?
I've got my lines.
with this, I will have to interrupt it as we are reaching our time limit.
Indubitably.
Uh-huh.
Indubitably, one of us has to leave in 4 minutes. So I will call it here for Gabe. Thank you, everyone, for playing, everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the absolute insanity. And we're gonna go in order of, fuck the order. Maluda, who are you?
No one.
Well, fucking shit. You work in retail. Go to your job.
Yeah, I'm no one.
You're
oh my
slipping, we
goodness.
love you!
Love you, bye. Other than saying goodbye to Slip for work, we're gonna go in order of, most likely to have voices in their head. Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Hi. Everything's fine. I'm Daybreakathon. I am out here making things happen. I'm an author, an artist, and a streamer. You can find my books, Wordbreaker and Windswept, available for sale in places where books are sold. Mostly online. Sometimes in bookstores. Ask for it in bookstores! Third one is on the way. I am working slowly but steadily on getting that out to y'all. And I am an artist. I do the character art for the characters who have art here as well as in other places. And as far as streaming goes, you can find me here now at These Times playing Mojave, and on Thursdays at the Vampire Times playing the Piper. And when I am not playing any of those people, you can find me playing whatever I want, whenever I can, over at my own channel right here on Twitch, Daybreakathon. It's a good time. Things happen. I have been punching a lot of ghosts lately. It's a very good time. Aside from that, my dog hears me giving that spiel and is now joining me in his streaming chair to tell you all hello.
Puppy. Next in order, only making it this far up for the sheer fact that he does have a mentor spirit and is the father to an adorable little shark. Cloudburst, who are you and why do you exist?
Hello, everyone. My name is Lord Radon, and I play Cloudburst here on Mondays. And every single spirit that he does in fact summon will have a direct psychic link directly to his forehead. So it's not just the two you've known. It's at least several others that you have seen throughout, also contributing to voices in his head. As a character, should have gotten first. As a player, no. If Day doesn't have at least 24 characters talking throughout the day, I would be shocked.
It's true!
Shocked, I tell you.
Yeah,
but anywho, other
Mojave
than that-
and Day top the list.
I can't deny it!
Next, because I seriously think the psychosis might eventually take her over and she will be talking to herself, or just straight up maybe tea gets in the brain. I don't know. Morningstar, who are you and why do you exist?
Hey everyone. You should be very concerned if T gets in Morningstar's head. That's when we're in the bad timeline for real. But I am the Rissa Wraith. Hello, I'm all over the internet as such. You can find me here at Table of Horrors, but you can also find me as both DM and player over at Lanyap Gaming. Check out all of our old stuff. Things are being actively recorded and edited, and a bunch of stuff is happening in the works. So we will be getting those things to you very soon, or relatively soon. I'm also a part of Rolling Nomads as a player. We've done Oh Gods of Appalachia, Witcher, and Werewolf game. For your viewing pleasure over there. I also have a YouTube channel where I do ASMR styled readings of my favorite books. Usually just a chapter or two, because that's all you need. Go get books before they get banned. Reading is good for you. I also do sexy, NSFW styled stuff over where the links will direct you to. If you're into that sort of thing, check it out. But other than that, that's all I do.
And last but not least, one who's that's not a voice; those are just gears in his brain. And apparently, God bless America. I don't know. Jason, who are you and why do you exist?
That is the most Kid Rock fucking
It
hat
really
I've
is.
ever
I want
seen.
that hat. I want that hat. When I draw my cowboy version, I'm wearing that hat. You're muted.
I'm muted. Hold on, let me mute
Mhm.
myself real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have friends who have written books, such as our very own Daybreakathon, who's written Ward Breaker and Windswept. Check them out. And then our very own Ms. Hartz, who's written Helpless and Brains for the Zombie Soul. And Solus, who has written Obelisk, The Long Dream. Check him out.
Thank you. Fuck yeah, I'm ready to be a rock star. All right. On that note, I probably should have gone first because, much like Day, I also have 7,000 characters talking in my head at once, and a lot of fan fiction going on. Oh dear, help me.
But you
hi, I've
always
been
go
your-
last, that's fair.
Oh yeah. Hi, I've been your Cosmic GM, Softonomicon. Here on the Table of Horrors, I do the Monday game. Over on other channels, eventually, I do other things. I made the overlay, the intro, and the bumpers. I did that. I edit good, and I make graphic design and the little nerd talking, so I draw art too. If you like any of these various things in the shopping list, I'll do them for you. Message me on Blue Sky, and we can work that out. Other than that, I have my own channel where, at this point lately, we've actually been on a schedule that's editing and writing and shit. We're writing a campaign setting over there. And maybe a book. I don't know. We're working on that. I also have a Patreon that is about to shift appearance, but will always have my coloring book on it, known as the Periodic Table of Monsters. So if you like cool-ass monster designs based on elements, it's there. People have told me they're nice. Other than that, that is all for moi. I'm going to put the TOH links up in there. Thank you all for being here. And I'm going to just, we're going to do, who's up? Who's up and running? No, we haven't done this in a while. Let's do Althaven. I don't remember what this one is. When the Veil Falls. That just sounds cool.
Ooh.
When the Veil Falls, the last Excelsior. Jesus Christ, someone send me. It actually sounds kind of cool. But we're going to go rating on Althaven. Show them some love and some friendship and all of the good things in the TTRPG spaces and otherwise. I didn't hit the start raid button. I hit it now. But we cannot go until... Morningstar, says the line.
I really, really hope my best friend didn't cross any lines.